If this is your first time watching my channel, my name is Jo and I am from the Philippines. And I've compiled your questions from my previous video and now we're going to answer it. Alright, so the first question that I get is, do you think Province Filipinas are naive? What do you mean naive? Naive in what way? Because, yeah, I would agree. Yes, I would agree. Yes, we are naive in terms of experiences because, of course, our experiences is different from yours. Then you could say that we are naive in that way. What do you think a Province Filipina look for in a guy? I will answer it in a general way because everybody is different and we have a different like standard in terms of a guy. We look for a guy in a different way. But if I will to answer it in general, I'd say they look for someone who will respect and love them for who they are. And then the next one is how important courtship is to a Filipina. Very, very important. And yeah, I know that's not a thing for you because if I like you, I like you. You're like that, right? But if you are a foreigner and then you take an extra mile just to get to know her culture and how important courtship is to a Filipina, then that would be a plus points, I'd say. And then I've made a video about courtship, so just go and find it on one of my video. I'm sure that will help you. And yeah, courtship is very important to a Filipina. Okay, so the next one is, do you think a Filipinas are easy to get? I've answered this already and I made a video about it already, so you can check that out also. But what's your experience? You can share it to us in the comment section. Like, what do you think? Are they easy to get or not? When someone is in a relationship to a Filipina, a province Filipina, how long does it take for the relationship to get intimate? Good question. And this is why you really have to get to know her values. Because there are some Filipinas who value, for example, purity. So if she's like that, then you can expect that she will only get intimate with you after you guys are married. But let's say, for example, she's not like that, no judgment, because we're all different, then I'd say you wait until she's comfortable. And you really have to make an effort to spend time with her, to make a bond, like have an alone time with her until she's comfortable. Because if she's not comfortable, then I wouldn't suggest that you will push it, because you will just make her run away from you. And yeah, I hope that helps. Do you think a long distance relationship will work without the guy sending you money? All right, so good question. I've asked a couple of person about this, especially the ones who have succeeded in, I would say successful in terms of LDR, because the relationship end up in marriage, for example. And one of the person that I asked about this topic is my aunt. And she told me that it depends upon you guys, like what is your setup, like that. Because some guys or some foreigners will ask a Filipina not to work, and then they will just cover the expenses or the things that she wants. She will just send money. And yeah, there's nothing wrong about that as long as you come up with a good conversation about this. Like it's very clear for both of you that okay, he's gonna send he's gonna send you money in exchange for you to always have time for him. Because yeah, LDR itself is very hard, and the time difference, if you add the time difference and then how hard to communicate when she's in the province, for example, then yeah, I would understand if uh, that's the kind of setup that you have. But since you're asking my opinion, okay, my opinion about this is no. And I know we're all different and we have a different view about things. Do you think an old and obese foreign man will have a chance to a Filipina? My answer is yes. And in a Filipino way, if a Filipina is young and then she's in a relationship with like a, a Filipino who is older than her, like maybe 3 times, then it would be such a big deal, especially for her family. So most of the family, especially the parents, will not approve it. But if you're a foreign man, that's not really a big deal for them, as it is a big deal if he's Filipino or vice versa. Because even if we know that not all foreigners are rich, we still have that one family member who thinks that a foreigner have money. So it's okay. It's okay that uh, their relative who is a Filipina, young Filipina, will be in a relationship to an old foreigner. And I think that's not a question for you to ask if you have a chance to uh, a Filipina. Because the only thing that you need to, if you succeeded, I mean, if you succeeded to make a Filipina fall in love with you, even if you're old or obese or whatever, then that's not really a problem for you because Filipinas are naturally caring, lovable, and they are loyal. If you get married to a Filipina and you make her feel that she's respected and she is loved and she is provided for, then you can 100% sure that she'll give her loyalty to you.